Greetings, mortals. Waravo here. Before this episode begins, I want to apologize. I was having some mic issues all throughout this recording, as you will note. My mic peaks repeatedly throughout some parts of the recording. I attempted to fix this in post, and I only made it sound worse. So I just decided to upload the whole thing in its raw form. So it won't sound very good in some places, but please bear with me, and thank you for listening. And God bless. Greetings, mortals! I am Waravo, and welcome back to another episode of Storming Camelot. Today we have a special Thanksgiving episode, and I have two very special guests with me. Our first guest you will recognize from my Wednesday night live streams with the American Patriot on Fireside Chats. We have the American Patriot himself, Richard Spake. Say hello, Richard.
Howdy, everybody.
And our other special guest today, we have a good friend of mine. We have Criffing DBK, formerly Douchebag Kylo, formerly Agent DBK.
Yes, 'tis I, the former Agent DBK, the former douchebag Kylo, now just Griffin DBK, man. Greetings.
And today we have a special Thanksgiving episode. Today we'll be discussing our favorite Thanksgiving specials, as well as some things that we are thankful for.
Yes, definitely. Some of it, yes.
Thanksgiving has always been one of my favorite holidays, mainly because all of the pomp and circumstance and all the overhyped commercialization of literally every other holiday in history is not nearly as rampant on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Really, the thing that people talk about on Thanksgiving is going home to have dinner with their families.
Yeah, right up until you hit the Black Friday sale stuff. Then
Well, put
that's the day
quotes
after,
around
yeah.
sale. Put
Yeah.
quotes around sale, because most places these days will take the price, the original price of whatever it is they're wanting to put quote on sale, and then
Mhm.
clearance tag in front of it that has the same exact price on it.
Yeah.
Walmart is guilty of that.
Oh yeah, they're not the only ones. Mainly because that's how they make their money back for the entire year is made up from the period from
Yep.
the day before Thanksgiving to the day after Christmas. That's when they make their entire budget for the year.
Yeah.
Which is really wild.
Yep.
Because
But
I've worked in retail. My sister is still working in retail. So yeah.
yeah, I worked in retail myself, so I know how that is.
Oh yeah.
I
But
worked
yes.
I worked at Walmart. I worked at Walmart as a front end cashier for 9 months. So
Let's see.
so
I did. Let's see. I ran a cash register at a grocery store, and I also did. I actually ran a convenience store and gas station for 4 years. Did every job that they had there. 2.5 years, third shift manager at the Food Lion, and God, I hated dealing with other people's money. And I am
anyway.
thankful I don't have that job no more.
Yeah. Speaking of things that we're thankful for, Richard, would you like to start us off?
I'm thankful for all of my friends and family that I have made here on YouTube. You guys, when I say this, I mean it. This is something that y'all have been a lifesaver for me. One of the biggest reasons why I'm still here is because of you guys. because even whenever I'm having my bad pain days, all I can think of is I got to get through it, because if I didn't, what would you guys and my cats end up doing if I wasn't here? You know, so I
Yeah.
keep going, and it's for you guys. Um, that's what I'm thankful for, is you guys, and
Yeah.
yeah, just remember that. You guys are not alone. And when I tell you guys I love you, I mean it. I adore each and every one of you. And all I want is for you guys to be healthy and happy. And that's what I'm thankful for.
Yeah. DBK, what are you thankful for? Or what is the thing that you are the most thankful for?
Most thankful for would have to be the things that I've gotten that I have no business getting. The the blessings that I've received, the gifts of inspiration that I have been given with no rhyme or reason why. They have driven me to successes that I can't talk about in this persona, but I'm thankful and I'm humbled and I'm thankful for my friends. I'm thankful to be able to help those in need. And I'm thankful for you guys.
Yeah. The most important thing, what one of the most important things that you can always do is to keep your friends by your side.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
That's what,
one thing that's one thing I've learned is there are there are some people that people tend to surround themselves with that all they do is drag you down.
Mm-hmm.
But when they do drag you down, it's those ones that stand by you and help pick you up. Those are the ones that you want by your side.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Well, there's a theory that says you are the average of the five people closest to you. And I don't know if there's any truth to that, but if there is, that alone should be motivation to surround yourself with the best.
Yep.
And so that's what I try to do. And that's why I hang around with genuine, caring people, people like you gentlemen.
Thank you. I just try to I just try to be the best human being I can be, and I try to look out for others, because I've been I've said this before. I've been homeless a couple of times in my life. I've I have been in situations that were totally out of my control, that I needed help and didn't get it. And I know how bad that felt. So I do my best to try to help people whenever I see them in need. And
Yeah.
that's why I tell people, you're not alone. I, I, it's, whenever I end my shows, I usually say it, you're not alone, and you are loved, because I've been in positions where I was alone and I felt as if I wasn't loved. And I know how bad that felt. And I know how hard it made things for me at the time. So I try to reassure people, you know, and share the good news that they're not alone, because the Father of us all will always be with us. And the comfort that that brings, and love is love, man. And love never dies, it just grows. Each generation, it gets bigger and bigger. think about it this way: your mom and dad came together with love to make you. So all the love that your mom and dad had went to make you. So you're double that amount of love, and it goes back each generation. The love doubles that resides within you.
Yep.
And
Love is one of the most important things that we can show to others.
exactly. And
And that
it's
brings
also
me
the easiest thing for us to show is love.
yep.
And
That brings me to the things that I am most thankful for. In reverse order, in ascending order, you guys, my friends, my family, the people the people who have inspired me to pursue this career on YouTube. DBK, you, Richard, Tony, Doomcock, as well as many, many others. But most importantly, on a personal level, my girlfriend Ren. Because without her, I have been through so much over the last several years. There have been so many times when I have been drugged down by my own personal demons or the things that have happened in my life that led me into some of the darkest places in my life. And through it all, she has been there for me through thick and thin. And she is the one person that has always been there for me, who has pulled me out of that darkness. But even deeper than that, I am thankful for Jesus Christ and for the love of God. And without the grace of God upon me and upon my life, I would not be alive right now to be doing this podcast with you guys.
I don't think any of us would be here if it wasn't for the grace of God,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
because it's through
And
His grace that we exist. Um,
absolutely.
that's
Yes.
one of the biggest reasons why Thanksgiving, even more so than Christmas to me, is a very to me it's more religious and faith than even Christmas, because in all honesty, Christ was born around the same time He died. And most people don't know that He passed around the same time He was born. Um, but hey, that's the biggest reason why we celebrate Christmas in December was to hide in plain sight, you know. Um, and Thanksgiving, we came about for so many really good reasons that most people nowadays either don't know or they don't care.
Yep. Common human decency is something that has been lost in today's culture.
Hmm. And it's one of those things that makes me sad, because Thanksgiving to me is one of those holidays that it falls back to the basic building blocks of society, and that's family. And we we need to get to understand that. And I'm surprised that the Wokies haven't attacked Thanksgiving for that reason, because anything that does with traditional family values, they go after it.
Yep.
And
I've watched for years how the media has been attempting to push traditional family values and even common human decency out of the media.
hmm
Look
and
no further than Star Wars.
yep, and
But
that
you don't
right
even have to
there.
look that far. Just you don't even have to look that far. Look at the news.
hmm Uh, I've been watching some of the news stories here in Charlotte. That's got me really going right now because here in North Carolina we've had several violent uh, bang bangs that's happened, and just recently we had ICE come down to Charlotte and going after a lot of the uh, undocumented, to use the politically correct phrase, workers that have taken up so many of the jobs in the area and also have caused a lot of some of the crime that we've been dealing with. And we've had another oh, another incident um, that's really breaking my heart. And as much as I love my home state, and as much as I love my hometown of Charlotte, it's breaking my heart to see some of the stuff that's been going on. But I am thankful that people are starting to wake up, you know, and getting upset with it, and actually calling for something to be done about it. I just hope it's not too late. And I am just so thankful that we're getting everything together for Thanksgiving. Uh, we're doing, I think my sister and her in laws are were able to provide two turkeys. Uh, we bought a earlier in the year. We bought a couple of big lambs and a really big baked ham. So we've got plenty of meats for our Thanksgiving dinner, and we've got a whole bunch of veggies to go to the sides, and we're still debating on what to do for dessert, except for the fact the pumpkin pie is an automatic because me and my brother-in-law we can put we can put away those Costco pies, you know, the big huge pumpkin pies.
Hmm.
Each one of us could eat one of those by ourselves and start stabbing people if they tried to grab a bite. That's how much we love them. But we also want to get a pecan pie this year because that was Granddaddy's favorite was pecan pie, and my baby sister was like, "Oh, I would like to get one." And so
Yeah.
yeah, we're
When
gonna
it
get
comes to Thanksgiving, there are three desserts that I've noticed are staples.
one.
Pumpkin pie, pecan pie, and mincemeat pie, which happens to be my grandpa's favorite.
Well, there's also apple pie, but it's not as big.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yes,
apple pie is the American dessert.
yes, and apple pie is one of those things that it's just so dang good, especially if you put some ice cream on top. And pecan was butter pecan was my grandfather's favorite ice cream. His
It's my
favorite,
dad's.
and uh, he would instead of vanilla ice cream, he would put his butter pecan on his apple pies. And we would also do apple fritters. You know, the little uh,
Oh,
stuffed
yes.
little uh, pockets that we would make. And oh man, yes, Thanksgiving is one of those things where it's it is a foodie's holiday because well, what's one of the biggest aspects of Thanksgiving is the meal where your family comes together and celebrates it. Um, before my dad died, heck, before my grandparents died, I had convinced them to start doing where everybody before we before we say give our thanks Thanksgiving prayer. I was able to convince everybody to start take each other's hands, and then each one of us says what we're thankful for that's happened during that year, and it would go all the way around. And then once it had gone all the way around, they would then pick who gave uh, the head of the household, which had been my grandfather, and then it was my dad, would then pick who would give the Thanksgiving prayer. And yeah, it's just something that we started doing, and it to me that's one of the key aspects of Thanksgiving is the family aspect of it, going back to the basics.
Yeah.
And if you've got your grandparents and your parents in your lives, man, just take it from somebody who doesn't have them in their lives anymore. Cherish that moment, hug them, and tell them you love them. And yeah, just
Yeah. And even as a kid, barring the family and the food and the traditions. Well, even the traditions, one of the biggest traditions, right up there with Halloween and Christmas, was the holiday specials. And
mm-hmm.
Thanksgiving is no stranger to those.
Yep.
One of one of the ones that I watched the most, and bar none my favorite, was the Thanksgiving that almost wasn't, which is a 1972, I believe, Hanna-Barbera production that talks about that talks about how the first Thanksgiving may have been. Of course, it's a fictional take with a talking squirrel voiced by, let me see here, Hal Smith.
Mm-hmm.
But it revolves around two young boys. It starts with the journey with a father squirrel explaining to his son the story of how the Mayflower and all the settlers and pilgrims came to the New World to seek religious freedom.
Mm-hmm.
The first winter was very rough, and the colony almost didn't make it. Fast forward to the next spring, you have the friendly natives who came in and taught the settlers their ways, and the next fall they began preparations for the first Thanksgiving feast. A young pilgrim boy and a young Native American boy ended up becoming friends, and they ended up getting lost in the woods, where Jeremy, the talking squirrel, had to keep the boys out of trouble and bring their bring their parents who were searching for them to them to help save them. Where Jeremy then ended up being the guest of honor at their Thanksgiving feast.
Yeah.
And
Interesting.
yeah, DBK, are you familiar with the name Thurl Ravenscroft?
Not ringing a bell. I'm not into a lot of these things. So.
Ah,
Yeah,
but
I'm
yeah,
the cartoon aficionado because
yes, but
I'm a Gen Xer who watch cartoons all the time.
but yeah, there's a lot of big name voices from back in the 70s. Kevin Cooper, June Foray, Vic Perrin, John Stephenson. Thurl Ravenscroft was one of the singers in the special. Hal Smith, who was a comedian at the time. But this being a Hanna-Barbera production, it reuses a lot of the sound effects and even a key musical musical cue from Scooby-Doo,
Mhm.
with it coming from around that same era. And I watched it all the time on Cartoon Network in the 90s. Whenever Thanksgiving would roll around, they'd have a huge thing where they would play it every Thanksgiving, the week of every year around the week of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's Cartoon Network used to have some of the most interesting cartoons, and I had a friend
Yeah,
of mine used to joke about the fact that they should rename it the Scooby Doo Network. Because every time you turned around, you'd find Scooby Doo. Because he was like going, "You don't have to ask the question, Scooby Doo, where are you? He's on the Cartoon Network." But they
Yeah.
also had Johnny Bravo. They had uh, Ben
Yeah,
10,
yeah.
and
Ben 10, Ed, Ed and Eddie was one of my favorites.
I love Toonami, man. Toonami was awesome. That was how I got the. I rediscovered Tenchi Mayu, and Tenchi's one of my
Tenchi
favorites.
Muyo, yeah. But
That's one of my favorites. There was also Love Hentai or Hentai. What? Shoot.
love you have to be careful. Have to be careful with that H word.
Yeah, I know. Hina, or the temporary tattoos is the same word. Uh,
Henna.
that's it. And like I said, Toonami was awesome. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. Also got to where I enjoyed Adult Swim. Uh, though there were times when watching the Venture Brothers, I'm sitting there watching it going, man, you're just really taking a dump on all of my childhood, best childhood memories, man.
Yeah. Well, that was the whole point of Adult Swim.
Yeah.
But
Uh, but I mean,
let's work around the horn, shall we?
mhm.
Up. Hang on. We have a late addition.
Uh-oh. Hey, Casey.
Casey, welcome.
Uh, Hello, all. I am so very sorry. I have just been having a beast of a day.
It's all right, brother. It's
Hey,
better late than never, man.
absolutely.
Sorry
were-
about this.
I was just getting ready. I was just starting to go around the horn with our favorite Thanksgiving specials. But since you're here, Casey, tell us one of the things that you are the most thankful for.
One of the things I am most thankful for, honestly, and this is going to sound kind of cliche, but just being here with all of you wonderful folks every week to be able to do this, it is such a pleasure and a privilege.
Yeah, having you here as much as possible is a blessing in and of itself. You're such a joy to be around.
Yep.
True.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely true.
Well, thank you. That means I'm so glad that means the checks are cleared. And that's
Anyway.
always a good thing this late in the month.
That may be true for the others, but remember my motto: I don't want your money. So
Just a second, ladies and gentlemen. I will be right back. I
All
promise.
All right.
brother. But yeah,
Hello, sweetheart.
one of the
Me.
best cartoons, man. Let's see, what was the name of it again? We was talking about it right before. Oh yes, the new Scooby Doo movies. You remember those? Where they had
Yeah.
the Adams Family, Batman and Robin, Sonny and Cher doing stuff with Scooby
Yeah.
Doo.
And all the special celebrity guest stars.
Yeah, they redid it with Scooby Doo and Guess Who was the modern attempt to redo it.
Yeah.
They did, I think, in 2019. And
Yeah, something like that would not age well at all taken to a modern audience.
yeah, well, what
But
I'm thinking, uh, like I said, I want to get you guys to come on and do a Let's Talk Saturday morning cartoons one day where that's all we talk about, like we were doing before the show. And because we were talking about the inspiration for the Scooby game. And you guys learned new stuff, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah, it was
Speaking of
great.
new, uh, DBK, have you picked out a Thanksgiving special?
I have, and I just lost my notes on it. Hang on. To my recollection, it aired only once.
Forgive me, I'm going to get back to my screen.
It was Thanksgiving Day in 2003. A heartwarming story of how a team of um, innocent dolphins
Yeah,
won
well,
a
look,
hard fought
I
victory
put
over a
it today because
band of heartless cowboys in 40-21 victory in their throwback uniforms. Jay Fiedler had a great performance. Uh, Jason Taylor, a 34-yard fumble return for a touchdown. Uh, Zach Thomas sealed the game with a late interception. Um, one of my favorite Thanksgiving specials ever.
Yeah.
What about you, Casey? What's your favorite Thanksgiving special?
my favorite Thanksgiving special, I got to tell you, next to DPK's, that this is going to sound a little lame, but I've always been a big fan of art and animation.
Mm-hmm.
So I love a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving,
Oh,
where
that's a good one.
I was
after they do all this and they send the kids off to Grandma's house, Snoopy goes into his doghouse and pulls on the Thanksgiving turkey.
I was hoping somebody would come in with the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving.
Oh,
I
dude,
remember
it's one of the
that's
best
another
ones
one.
ever made.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's another one I remember watching a lot as a kid, and it was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can't talk about mine because this is a family-friendly thing.
Oh, come on. We got to get you a Rumble or something, brother.
Oh no, my favorite Thanksgiving special is it's more than R-rated, dude. You don't want to know about it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we can't talk about stuff like that on the tube of you.
Yep.
That's why we got to get him on the Rumble.
Oh, that would be so much fun. But it would shatter y'all's opinions of me. I know it would.
Nah.
Oh, come on. If they can put up with you, if they can put up with me, they can put up with you, Richard.
Hey, man.
You're a red-blooded male who served in the military. I don't think you're going to shatter my opinion of you as much as you think.
I think the only person who's more of a big perv than me is Harvey.
Yeah.
I resemble that remark, sir. I resemble that remark. I, I,
Uh,
I can, I can teach Mr. Hentai a few things. I promise you.
yep. But as I mentioned to Richard a few minutes ago, we have to be careful with that H word.
Yep.
Anyway. But yeah, Thanksgiving is one of the few holidays that I still have respect for.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's, I think, the only holiday that hasn't been over commercialized to high heaven.
Thank you.
And it's hard, mainly because it's hard to commercialize the spirit of Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Where
Well,
with
they could.
Christmas,
They could if they really wanted to. They probably could. But they stopped doing the Thanksgiving commercials when they started focusing on trying to get the Christmas stuff out even before Halloween was done, and
Yeah.
that I think that's one of the reasons why Thanksgiving hasn't been overly commercialized so much.
Well, you know
Yeah.
what? I kind of wonder if another reason, I mean, think about it this way. If you remember I believe it was last Thanksgiving, they came out with that Thanksgiving horror movie. And the thing
Hmm.
is, it's like you can't really do a whole lot more with Thanksgiving than is already done because it doesn't lend itself well to horror. It's too early for, you know, you can't really tap into the Christmas vibe. So what else can you do commercially?
Yep.
Yeah. And Thanksgiving, the spirit of Thanksgiving has always been being grateful for the things that you have and the blessings that God has given you. Whether whether it be having one more day on this earth to spend with your friends, or being able to being able to get up and walk to work.
Yep. Walking is one of those things I am thankful for because I'm not supposed to be able to walk. Ha, ha, ha.
I'll tell you what, Richard, after what you've been through, I'd be really grateful for it too. I mean, I'll be honest, I would be grateful for it anyway, but
It's one of those things that after the accident, and there's so many things I used to be able to do that I can't do anymore, that I miss doing it. I miss being able to do my. I used to be able to go for a 3 hour walk just to relax, and I can't do that anymore. And I can barely walk for 30 minutes to an hour, and even then, I'm not covering anywhere near the amount of distance I used to. Um, but I'm able to walk, and I'm thankful for that. And I'm I look at other people who can't, and I don't pity them, but I do wish that I could lessen their burden. And but that's just me, you know. I just wish there was more that I could do for others.
Richard, you already do so much as it is, um, and I mean that sincerely. Um, I can't think of a more gentle or giving person than you are, especially because you've gone through all that hardship just in the name of serving your country. I mean, that's something that's kind of out of fashion these days. You
Which
have
is sad.
nothing to feel bad about.
I wish. Well, it's like I said earlier about the the family is the basic building block of all societies, and Thanksgiving celebrates that, where you're basically going back home to be with your parents, your grandparents, great grandparents, if you're lucky enough to still have them, and you're trying to get everybody in your family together and around the table and fellowship with them, talk about what makes that you're so thankful for in the year. And
Yeah.
to me, that's something that I'm actually surprised that the people who have been deconstructing all that's good in our society hasn't attacked it yet. And but I'm so grateful they haven't. Um, I do know that there are people out there that have talked about how they wanted to turn their Thanksgiving and Christmas meals to where they just attack the people in their family that doesn't think like them. And I've talked to others that said, yeah, they actually had a relative that tried that got basically uninvited from future family gatherings because of it.
Yeah.
Um,
One of the one of the things that keeps me going, the one of the few things that keeps me clinging to what little faith in humanity I have left,
mhm.
is looking around, even just in my YouTube community here, and seeing the overabundant generosity that you guys have. I have watched all three of you give to others out of the goodness of your hearts, often until it hurts. And such such generosity is almost impossible to come by in the real world. So by watching all three of you, it brings a tear to my eye, which those who know me personally know it's almost impossible to get me to cry.
Hey, I cry enough for everybody here, man.
Oh, you should see me in a sad movie.
There
It's
is
Don't
it's
make the joke.
disgusting.
Don't make the joke. Don't make the joke. Don't make the joke. Because I
yeah,
I can make
there's
some really naughty jokes, man. That would get Waver's channel taken down. So I
No,
appreciate
no, we
it.
don't want that. We don't want that.
yep.
No.
No,
Do I have to bring out the
There's
spray bottle, Richard? I will. I will bring out the no.
hey, I got to protect my brother's but his channel. So no, I'm not going to do it.
wouldn't
Well,
the not for nothing, Casey, but wouldn't the flames from your scythe evaporate the water before it left the bottle?
Well,
probably.
in theory, but I've got a solution to that. You see, but not many people know this, but I got the deluxe scythe, so I've got a little thing on it that it works kind of like a lighter. So if I want to turn the flame off temporarily, I can. It cost me extra, but I figured it was a worthy upgrade.
No, give me 1 second, guys. Somebody wants to
Yeah,
say hi.
Aw, kitty.
yep, I hear
Aw,
Kitty.
kitty. Hello, kitty. Hello, kitty cat.
For
There you
those
go.
of you listening to the audio version of this podcast, Richard Spake has just turned on his camera to reveal a cat.
Yeah,
You don't say.
yeah. He heard Casey and DBK and Wava and just decided to pop up. Which is now I've got to get him to go away so we can get back to work.
Aw, no, Daddy, I want to stay.
Well,
Yeah.
he's
Um, and
they've been bad this week. They actually broke my glasses yesterday.
oh no,
Yeah,
as someone who uses them, I feel your pain, Richard.
yeah.
Yeah.
I had to cannibalize an old pair of glasses to fix these. All because in their attempt to get to human food, which there was no human food for them to get to, but they did not care. They just saw empty container, and so they caused a chair to fall, which caused a cabinet to fall, which caused a table to fall, which caused my laptop to fall. And
Oh,
all
goody!
setting,
So they created a accidental Rube Goldberg machine.
yes, that ended up with my glasses being on the floor at the very bottom of all of that big mess, which broke my
Oh no.
the temple off of my
Oh.
glasses. So I had to go and break out the supersized magnifying glass so I could fix my glasses because I'm blind without them. And the funny thing is, when my hands wasn't shaking and I was able to build models, I would build model airplanes. And I'm still upset that they broke both of my P-51 Mustangs. Yeah, I'm still upset about that too.
Oh no.
Yeah, they broke the wheel off of one, and they broke the fuel tanks off the other. Yes,
Ah.
and so yeah, I'm still cheesed off about that, and they did that. 6 months ago.
Yeah,
But
but
what can
Well,
you do? They're
okay.
cats. They like climbing.
All right.
yeah,
Well,
that's true.
in honor of that, bad kitties, no kitties, bad kitties. I don't have
Yep.
my I don't have my spray bottle with me today.
Yeah, I would pull out a gif of a spray bottle, but as DBK mentioned earlier, this podcast is going up in audio only, so they're not going to see any of the video or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So they
Okay,
wouldn't be able to see the spray bottle.
gotcha,
Good.
gotcha.
That way
But
we're not. See, you're not even going to be seen by other people, little butt. Ha ha. So
Now,
you're not getting rewarded for being a little hoodlum. Ha ha.
now that's not to say I won't still pull out a spray bottle for a certain squid worshipping cultist in the comments section later.
Yeah.
okay, yeah, that's a now that's a given. That's a given. We
Yes.
understand that.
Yes. But
Um,
as we have proven on my channel, we will break out the spray bottle for anybody misbehaving, not just Siggy.
Yep. Yep, I've had the spray bottle used on me a couple times.
Yep. And had used it on myself, so yeah, there's that too.
Yep.
yeah, and
I
we
think
we won't go into me and spray bottles. It just doesn't work well.
I think the only person who we haven't used the spray bottle on yet is DBK.
Yeah, DBK's pretty well behaved.
Of course, note my use of the word yet.
Hey, I'm not expecting to have to.
I haven't done anything to deserve it, have I?
Nope.
Nope.
No, no.
Like I
That's
said,
why
you're
And don't worry, dude. I got a good deal on Scotch Guard, even if they do.
hey, my spray bottle is Febreze, man. The good one. You know, the Febreze mountain air flavor.
Gotcha.
Smells
Now,
great.
bear in mind that this podcast will not be posted until after Theta's Tuesday night stream.
Hmm.
And there's a very good chance I could deserve spray bottle on Theta's stream tonight.
Uh-oh. Are
yeah.
y'all talking about the Tron movie that was not that good?
No, Theta
No.
has a game planned, and my
It's gonna be a lot
own
of fun.
response to his planned game is really so far frustrating him, and so he may have to take strong measures to rein in uh, my character
Well,
in the
now
game.
to be completely honest, though, um, I just talked to Theta, and he isn't feeling all that well. He's
Oh
going
no.
to be doing it, but you know, I can't say for how long.
Yeah. Yeah, I seen his he sent me a message about it on X as well. He's not
Same,
he's not doing too well.
yeah. I did confirm with him though that his exact words were the show must go on. So
No, I'm gonna be keeping him in my prayers because Theta's too good of a guy, you know.
Yeah.
yeah,
And
Yeah,
Yeah.
and to be honest, for him to get stuck in the situation he's in is a crime.
hmm
quite literally, I think.
Yeah.
But that's
If
my
I
opinion.
had if I had the means, if I had the means, he would not be stuck in that situation.
Oh yeah, I know, dude. I'm right there with you. Like I've said before, I've helped him out with bills just so he could have the opportunity to get out of the situation faster.
hey, if I've said this before, if I ever won the lottery, that I wouldn't be telling everybody, but there would definitely be signs because some of y'all would be living in a nicer place, in a nice big house with a central cooking area to where I could be cooking dinner for everybody every day.
Oh,
I would
And
love to be able to taste some of your cooking, especially that old southern style stuff.
yeah,
hey, I'd love.
I've heard you talk about it enough that I'd really like to try some.
Well, if we could pull it off, I would love us to be able to do a reunion type thing to where we all just get together for a weekend and just hang out, cook, eat, have a good time. And it wouldn't be this year, maybe sometime next year if we could all find a way of getting the money together. As soon as I can figure out how to do my Patreon, that's going to be one of the things I'm going to be focusing on, because I want us to be. I'm going to do the Patreon for my channel and set things up to where the money would definitely be to support the stuff for the channel and be able to have more interactions with the chats, because that to me is one of the things I love the most about live streaming. That's why I prefer doing the live stream to just recording and then posting, is because I love having that interaction with the chat.
Yeah.
Uh,
And that's one of
because-
the reasons I would like to be able to start live streaming more.
Mhm.
I want to be able to live stream gameplay. The
Mhm.
problem is, as I discovered the hard way for my 50 subscriber live stream that I attempted to do and ended up massively failing. The rig that I have right now cannot live stream and record gameplay footage at the same time. It's too taxing on it.
Mhm.
Mm.
So
If I
I
had the
need
money, man,
to
I'd help.
yeah, I need to get me a better rig.
No, it's like the
Ideally, I'd like to be able to get a machine that can still support the three screen setup, because the three screen setup is perfect for my needs the way I run my channel.
sweet.
But anyway, it is about time for us to start winding down.
All right. Well, the story of the first Thanksgiving, before we wind down, there was so much about the first Thanksgiving that most people nowadays don't know about. The first Thanksgiving was right after they arrived, and there was a party that went out to reconnoiter the area, and they got stuck on a sandbar. And they did the first Thanksgiving having nothing but what they had, the little bit that they had took with them, and they gave thanks for having made it to the new world. And they were so thankful for even the littlest of things. And our society today has lost that, about giving thanks and being thankful for even the littlest of things that you have that most people take for granted every day. So think about all the little stuff that you take for granted and just how different the world would be if you didn't have them. That way you can truly be thankful for everything you have. And I just wish that we could get back to that moment, because true thankfulness covers all of it, from the smallest, most minuscule of things to the biggest of things, because thankfulness is a state of your heart and your mind and your soul. So that was just something I really thought we really need to get that back out again, to, because so much of today's society has become immediate gratification, and we're losing sight of that. And I just hope that we can get back to that in society and being thankful for it, because by being thankful for the littlest of things, you start noticing the little things and you become appreciative of the little things, because for some people that's how they show their love, is those little things that most people don't notice. And I'm guilty of that. I admit it. Um, because that's how some people show their love. That's their love language. It's little gifts, little things they do. Be it making your coffee the way you like it, or remembering that you like an extra pickle on your sandwich. Little stuff that most people, those little details most people don't notice. Be thankful for them because someone loves you enough to remember it. Now back to you, Wavo.
Alright. I love Thanksgiving so much. Mainly for moments like this. Being able to spend time with my friends. Which, with as busy as life is getting, is a very rare commodity.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
And
When time is the one thing we can't duplicate. We can't stretch it out.
It's the only
That's
yeah,
real
why.
currency we have and the only one that can't be replenished.
Yep.
exactly. That's why it's important to cherish every second of it and make sure you make every second count.
Mm-hmm.
Spend
Yeah.
time with that loved one who's on their deathbed. Get as much time in with that best friend as you possibly can, because you don't know if that friendship is going to end tomorrow or next year. You don't know if that loved one is going to pass away 5 minutes from now or 5 years from now.
Why
Make
do you
every
think?
second count.
Why do you think I keep telling you guys whenever we part ways? I love you. That's why. We're
One
not
day
prom.
it will be too late to say those words. One day it will be too late to show how you really felt for someone. One day, without warning, it will simply be too late.
Mm-hmm. And so I. That's why I tell everyone I love them because I do, and I want them to know if something was to happen to me, what they meant to me. Share that. This world needs a lot more love in it, guys and gals, and everything in between, because for the longest time, we've had people out there saying, love yourself, don't love others. Care about what you want, not what others want.
Yeah,
And it's
that's
made our
why.
world so cold and so hateful.
Yeah, that's why I consider you guys among my true family. Is even among my biological family, I don't know where I stand with most of them. Yeah, I'm friendly with most of them. I love them to death, but I don't know where I stand with most of them. With you guys, I know where I stand with you. And to me, that means more than any blood bond ever could. I love you guys so much.
How many times have I said that in a single generation, more families are built on a foundation of love than has ever been, or is being, or shall ever be built on a foundation of merely blood?
I I gotta be honest because and I'll make this quick so if Kai has anything he can. But for me, I've had a really odd relationship because honestly, I loved my people for what they were, but I didn't like them. So um, it made it really, really hard to commune with them in any meaningful way, and it still is hard even with my parents gone. communicate with the other two well. But I had to come to a conclusion the hard way, and that is that in this world you're given a really unique opportunity that most people don't even realize. I learned that in this world you have two families: the one you're born into and the one you make.
Hmm.
The people that you choose to have around you because you know there's something about them that works with something about you. You may not even realize what that something is, but it's there when you know them. And to be honest with you, uh, I love my brother and sister, but I'd much rather spend time with any of you, even if it's 30 seconds. To be really honest with you, that doesn't mean I wish them ill, but you guys are the best.
I
And
second that.
and I will say this to you, Wavo, and that is, yeah, I can't say why other people give, but I give because I figure that if I can be a light to, and no pun intended with the accoutrement, but if I can be a light to show people another way, maybe somebody else will do the same thing. Because that's the problem. This world could be exactly like what we have here if people were willing to make the effort to actually do it.
Yep. That's why I say
Yes.
let's be the positive change we want in the world, so that our example will inspire others to do the same thing. Because in the end, we only have control over what we ourselves do, and we have to be true to ourselves. We have to do what we believe to be the right thing. We have to treat each other right and hope that it inspires others. And I am so thankful that over the past year, almost 2 years now, I've been seeing positive changes. I in in the community and this online family that we have, and the fact that it's growing, that we care about each other, we pray for each other, and we're I do think we're all making a difference in each other's lives, because I look forward to talking with everybody, and even whenever I'm hurting really bad, that that goes away when I start talking with you guys. I don't the pain, I can ignore it and just talk to you, and it's great, and that's why I
We
said,
are, we are, we are a family.
yep.
Yeah, I would say that. I would much
Very
rather
good.
spend Christmas with any of you guys.
I would love to be able to spend more time with you guys.
Well,
But
hey, let's give Kai a minute because he hasn't said Jack here.
Yep.
yeah,
Come on, buddy.
yeah, it is. Yeah, and DBK is saying that it is time to go. So we do need to end this. You
All
have
right.
any last words, DBK?
Apparently, someone wants me to say Jack, so I just said Jack.
that wasn't quite what I had in mind, Kai. That wasn't quite what I had in mind.
Why should I interrupt when others are saying things so perfectly?
Eloquently, yes.
On that note, thank you all for joining us. Remember, get as much time in with those loved ones and those people that you cherish as you can, because tomorrow is never a guarantee.
Heck, we're not
Here,
even
Be
here.
promised the next minute.
be wonderful, be gracious, be blessed, and as Richard Spake is always saying, Be kind to one another.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Storming Camelot, and God bless.